Dave Rubin. He's about to go. Dave Rubin takes August off, which is nice. I would enjoy doing that. But
very European of him.
Yes, very European. Here's Dave Rubin, an expert on. Well, I don't know what. I mean, he's there talking about Antifa apparently and the SJWs. He's on with Judge Jeanine. And I don't know. Sometimes you get the feeling that Rubin is on a tour to be disrespected by as many different people that he looks up to as possible. We've all seen the classic Larry King video where in the middle of an interview, he takes a call from his grandson or is his son? I'm not sure. And completely ignores Dave for, I don't know, 5-10 minutes in the middle of a live interview. Here's Judge Jeanine basically saying like, nothing you're saying is important anyways. We got to go.
Because he had all of these pro-Trump signs in front of his business. Now, they're thinking that murder may have been politically motivated.
Well, this was the danger that I was warning about for about 5 years on my show, because if you call everybody a Nazi, if all of your political opponents are Nazis and white supremacists and bigots and racists and homophobes, the worst things that we can come up with, well, then it won't just be enough to defeat them in the battle of ideas. Of course, violence will be okay. And now the bizarre part here is that these same people who seemingly are for violence, or not seemingly, we know they're for violence, they also will tell you words are violent. Right. So certain words apparently are too dangerous for them, but then violence. That really is the danger of this entire movement. It's not based in something that we can build a society around. If you want to talk about any of the issues that they want to talk about, whatever they believe, see all sorts of people across the political spectrum that will talk to you. But Dave, if your answer is we're going to, we're going to burn everything down, people won't do it.
I've got to cut you off, Dave. All right, Dave Rubin, thanks for being with us tonight. We'll be right back.
If you're what's the argument? Is that everybody's burning something down, so nobody's going to talk to you?
I don't know. I need like a flow chart of his ideas. There's got to be somebody who can the word bubbles to figure out where his logic comes from.
It's really sad the way he needs to act like he's been like this is what his whole project. This is why he's been talking to these idiots on his show for so long. Is exactly this. Like,
right.
How many times he's going to plug his show? Right, I think that's what got her. That's what got her. She's like, no, it's about me, Dave, not you, me.
His whole 5-year project of inviting on, alt-right folks and people who are sort of like, just, politely racist was all about teaching people that you got to discuss these ideas. It's stunning to me, his whole, how much he worships ideas. And I don't know that I've ever heard an idea from him. He doesn't seem to have an idea. And all the ideas that he wants to entertain all seem to be about how really we should maintain a structure of dominance in this country that rewards a specific narrow group of people and thought. That really seems to be what his project has been, but also that and to get cucked by people he goes on in various formats with.
Someone should do a montage of all like the right wing and his heroes who. I feel like he's sort of lost in the wilderness a little bit. I do feel like that because he, I think he has been booted from the IDW. Mm-hmm. And I think he thought that he could continue to sort of walk this tightrope and join back and not be labeled as someone who was with Glenn Beck. And then he goes on these Fox programs and it's not enough for him to go on Tucker because he's not ultimately, he's going to have to deliver what Tucker's audience expects. And then he goes on Judge Jeanine and like, I feel like he's a little bit lost. He likes that Steve, what's his name? Steve Hilton, that guy.
Oh, is that right?
His favorite. Yeah. I've seen him.
Is that British guy?
Yeah. The guy
the bald guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a lunatic. Yes. All right. Well, that completely makes sense.
How much longer does Dave have to put in work for this before he can say that I've lost my way and I'm returning back to, liberalism?
Why? No, he'll never do that.
You don't think so?
I think
No.
I think what's going to happen, they're trying so hard to build a generation through the IDW and what else. He's going to have to come back. There's just no time and population it's just going to happen, or he's going to get off TV.
It's tough though, because his entire proposition was the left is going too extreme, and he would have to admit he went too extreme.
Right.
And I just don't think he has that capacity to do that.
You don't think Dave is that selfless or like, self-effacing? I think
I'm going to transcend. I'm learning from Michael Brooks. I want to transcend my ego and really have some self-reflection.
Well, the problem is that I think for a while his whole dream was to be Larry King. I mean, he wanted to be. I think he just wanted to be a broadcaster, and I think he just realized that like he's just not interesting enough. And he's just not capable of it. And people are just not interested in, these puff pieces, and he should have just gone into entertainment news.
Mm-hmm.
And he started getting, I think he was pretty excited that he was considered an intellectual in the IDW. And then when he realized like he ran up against a wall there, because you can't keep saying like, I'm only interested in ideas, and create that expectation with your audience that you're actually going to have ideas. And when they show up, there's no ideas there. And so he realized like, how am I going to keep this gravy train going? And he went over to Glenn Beck and joined that. And I think he realizes like my prediction is that he's even further right. Like he is full bore within a year or two.
Or he becomes, if Trump wins again, he joins the Trump administration as like a spokesperson, because that's where all these people go to die.
He said he would be the spokesman or the press officer for Matt Gaetz's presidency.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you go.
Naturally.
Wow.